an astounding service by the Federal Road Safety Corps. And if you ask him more and more, he is a mentor of the Institute of Industrial Security and Safety of Nigeria and a fellow of the Safety Professionals of Nigeria. Sir, you are welcome.
Everything is safety.
Like,
thank you for having me in the studio this afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us. Today we are looking at youth and safety on the wheels during the Yuletide. Now someone will say Yuletude, but then it's the Yuletide.
I'm sure before you went to school, we were calling it that name.
Okay, at least you get to learn that one, Yuletide. So it's not Yuletude. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that we're talking about the festive season and how youths can be safe on the wheels, right? Right?
Yes, you're right. Perfectly.
So don't be worried about the English. We are here together. All right, so I'm going to ask you quickly, so that we'll go straight to our question without wasting time. Can you explain to us a little bit of the role of the Federal Road Safety Corps?
Well, road safety came on board in 1988 by FRS Establishment Act 2007 as amended, with the responsibility of ensuring that the road is safe, clearing of obstruction, training of drivers, ensuring that giving prompt rescue assistance to people that are involved in crashes, and ensuring that there is discipline on the road. So these are some of the major functions of the Corps. It's just the majorly to save life, and to ensure that somebody moves from point A to B safely and then return back without any injuries.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that aspect of discipline on the roads. Very, very key. Discipline. It means people actually can be in discipline while you're on the road.
Okay. All right. So, Anthony, I'm going to ask you: do you have youths that can drive? Do you have a child?
Yeah, sure, I do. I have two of my kids. Actually, when they learned how to drive, I was the person that paid for their driver's license, the learner's permit. When it was due for it to be renewed, I told the young man, "You need to bring your money to renew this license.
Okay.
You need to do the right thing."
All right.
Because I wouldn't want you to take any of my cars and someone catches you and my name is there. Hi, that would be embarrassing. And someone calls me, I saw your car, this. No, that's quite embarrassing. So it's good to to keep to the rules, traffic rules, then now do what you're supposed to do as a driver.
All right, thank you very much, Rafa. Corps Commander Paul, I'm going to ask you: is there an age a limit for, or is there an age gap that the bracket that young people that are supposed to be on the road and need to have? What is that age bracket? From what age do you begin to drive, or are you given a license?
Yes, the age bracket is 18 and above.
18 and above.
Yes, once you are less than 18 years, we regard you as an underage driver. And there is an offense for it. We call it underage driving.
Okay.
So once you are below the age of 18, you are not by law allowed to drive because you cannot be licensed. But we have issues where parents will come and say, I want my child to start driving. At what age?
So
driving is not an easy job. It's a job for the mind. People think that it's a profession. That's one thing people should get to know, understand. It is a job that attacks all parts of your body is involved. Your legs, your eyes, your sense organs, everything that has to do with you is involved. So it's not something one will joke with. So from 18 and above, then you can now drive.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, most of the young people I see driving the tricycle now, I don't know, most of them are I don't know if they're in primary 3 because the physique, sometimes you find someone with a tricycle and that you're wondering, I'm like, who gave you license? So I needed to be sure that there's not been a reduction in age for people who actually should drive. Thank you so much for that clarity. So
let me speak a little bit about the tricycle issue.
Okay.
Yeah, the tricycle has a class of license, and which is class A, just like a motorcycle.
Okay.
Because there's a particular license you should have for you to be able to ride a tricycle. So, but we are engaging the associations. We have about three of the associations in Abia State. So we're engaging the 3 of them to ensure that most of their members that are using tricycle, not only that they shouldn't be underaged, but they should be licensed. So these are the things we are working. So we are doing a lot of enlightenment and advocacy to ensure that this issue of underage tricycles are not acceptable. Because once we see them,
Commander Paul,
we get them arrested.
most of these young people you find riding these tricycles is not actually what they want to do. Some are like, they're unemployed, they want to find means of helping themselves. How are you addressing that?
Well, in as much as we know that the issue of unemployment is there, but what of the issue of safety and security of life of people we are carrying and living our own self?
Yeah.
So these are the things that we'll consider, because it is when you are alive that you really make the money.
I like that.
That's the point. So what we do is that we engage them on advocacy, and then try to educate them and enlighten them and say, look, in as much as we appreciate the fact that the economy is biting, but there is need for you to be alive to even ride the tricycle. Therefore, you must observe all the rules and regulations guiding the safety of the use of the road, not only for yourself but for others.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Co-Commander, now that you've talked about the safety rules, can you please outline some of the safety rules so that we can actually know them? You know, I know I've come across your book. It's quite big, and someone is like, "Hey, should I read all these things?" So, how about you just help us itemize?
We have a highway code.
Okay.
Exactly.
That highway code is like a Bible for anybody that wants to make use of the road.
Call it the road Bible.
Yes. Starting from types of road we have, types of drivers we have, types of interchanges we have, classes of drivers we have, what you should do, driving and drinking. All these things are highlighted in the highway code. So all the rules are there. But let me just mention some of few things.
Okay.
For instance, who are you supposed to stop for? You have to give right of way to somebody on your left hand side. Let me give an example of Michael Opera roundabout.
Okay.
Around Opera Square.
Yes.
You will discover that if you are negotiating a roundabout, the man that is coming maybe from Government House, Bank Road, will want you to stop. That is not correct.
Exactly.
The correct thing is that if somebody is negotiating the roundabout, you that is approaching the roundabout should stop for that person to negotiate the roundabout before you now go. Another safety rule is that when you step your leg on a pedestrian, zebra crossing, the car is expected to stop for you to cross.
I wonder if we're observing that one in this.
But do we observe it? That is another point. Another point is, if you get to a T-junction, you are supposed to stop, look left, look right, to see that there are no coming vehicles. You now cross. Another safety rule is that there are places you are not supposed to park. You're not supposed to park at a hospital. You're not supposed to block somebody's entry point. You're not supposed to block fire service or any of the security agencies or emergency services. You're not supposed to block a bank. You're not supposed to park where there is no parking sign.
Okay.
These are some of the safety things you need to do. And then, where are you supposed to overtake? When are you supposed to overtake? Another thing that is another one of the safety rules is that people think that when you put the trafficators, or what we call hazard light, when the two of them are on, people will think you are going one way. There's nothing like one way in driving. It's either you are turning right or you are turning left.
Okay.
So if you are going straight, leave your hazard light off. Don't put it on. Once you put hazard light and I'm following you at the back, what will come to my mind as a trained officer of the corps is that either your vehicle is faulty or there is danger in your front.
Okay.
So that is why it is called hazard light. So these are some of the rules for driving against traffic.
Commander Paul, I want to take you on this particular one about when you're maybe you're going to cross. Let's say there's an intersection and you're not going to right or left, and you're going like the opposite direction. And you know, oftentimes people have to put on the hazard light to say, "Look, I'm crossing the road, to make way for me." So what would a young person that is driving, do when he or she gets to this intersection and gets confused?
When you get to intersection, for instance, let's use the T-junction at FMC.
Okay.
As an example.
Okay.
I'm coming from the Bank Road. I get to the T-junction. Not minding that there's always a traffic warden there.
Yeah.
I will have to stop there to give way for traffic that is coming from my left to pass. Then I will now turn and then join as if to say I'm going to Kotek Junction.
Yes.
Or I'm going towards Aba Road. I'll have to stop and trafficate right. If I'm turning left, I have to trafficate left. but if you put double trafficator, the man on the other side doesn't know that you are putting double trafficator. Because it's only one side of the trafficator is staying. It's only somebody at your back that will know that you have double trafficator, which ordinarily is called hazard light.
Light, yes.
You see, can you see where I'm coming from? So
yes,
these are the things we need to educate our youths to know, especially when it has to do with their safety. But if you ask me, the theme of this discussion, use and safety on the ways, is germane to us now. Why? Because there are a lot of drinking, there are a lot of party. So, are you supposed to drink and drive? The answer is no. If you must drink, you drink water. Yeah, if you must drink, you drink water.
What kind of water? Is it chilled water or room temperature?
I think I need to tweet
or
that.
alkaline? I don't know.
I'll just have to tweet that. If you have to drink water.
Whether it is alkaline water or zero water, water is just water.
Exactly.
And when we mean water here, real water, it's not. There has nothing to do with the other type of water anybody might coin. But we're talking about the real water, H2O, real water.
Okay, Commander Paul, I want to ask you now. Most of the young people will be attending weddings. Like, there's this convoy thing that they do. Like, when you're going for a friend's wedding, you guys are in a convoy, and then you have the hazard light actually on. Is that correct? Is that supposed to be a guide to show that people are on a convoy?
Or is it really right to have you on a convoy?
Like I said, you see, hazard light. That is the name, hazard. Hazard light is used maybe in adverse weather condition. Maybe I'm driving during the rain.
Okay.
And there is foggy weather. The weather is not clear. For somebody coming in my front to know that as a car is coming, I need to put the hazard light. That my car is faulty and I'm slowing down, I need to put hazard light. Or there's a pothole in my front, or there's a danger in my front, or there's a bump I'm approaching, I put the hazard light. But when you see a convoy putting that, it is expected ordinarily. It's not that we are going for burial. When I see people driving roughly during burial, you want to bury somebody and you want to die. So of what use is that? Like you see them doing keke and doing a lot of maneuver. For what? To us, we look at it as something that we will say that the person is not enlightened. You cannot be. We want to bury somebody. You are grieving that somebody died, and you want to die. So what does it actually make sense? It doesn't. So what we need to do, we have been doing advocacy, just like what we are doing now. As I'm talking to you, if people are listening, they will understand where I'm coming from. We go to churches, we go to markets, we go to schools, just to ensure that we catch them young, get them to know the rules, the ethics of driving, before they even start thinking of going to school, going to driving school to acquire a driver's license.
Okay. All right, Corps Commander Paul, thank you so much for that enlightenment. I think this particular driving school I went to did a good job, because most of the things I've been hearing means that the Federal Road Safety Corps is doing a great job.
And have you been complying to with these rules?
Okay, yes, I have. I'm a very good driver.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to go on a short break, but we'll be right back. And immediately we're back, we have to open up the phone lines for you to ask any question concerning safety. The most important thing is that you want to be safe as a young person. So right now you have ample opportunity to ask any question, so that you will know your right while you're driving this Yuletide season. Okay, glad to know that you are still there. This is the Misa Link, a drive of the Heart to Build Youth Development Initiative. Their focus is to have youths have a holistic development. I like that, holistic. And so it allows them ample opportunity to spread all the topics. And so you can actually go to the Facebook page, Heart to Build Initiative. Heart to Build, the 2 is a digit, and you'll be able to look out for all the topics that we've handled for the year from July down, and learn a lot. So go to the page and watch the videos again. You have a lot to learn. Today we are looking at youths and
actually from June. From June,
that's correct. June, yes.
That's a wonderful one. That's a wonderful one. I want to commend the Heart to Build Initiative for this program they are doing. I think they are part of our critical stakeholders that are trying to help us to disseminate the good message of being disciplined while on the road.
Thank you so much, Co-Commander. Thank you for those very kind words for her to build. I'm sure if you can feel me, I'm actually happy here, having to hear that from you. I'm sure Father is so very happy. Thank you. Gratitude has a way of making you to do more.
That's correct.
Yeah. I was about asking him about seatbelt. Seatbelt is about the most common offense we commit. And young people are always in a hurry to hang that belt. I mean, is there something that can make one not to wear the seatbelt?
No, there's nothing to make you not to wear. The only time you can wear seatbelt is that if you're at the filling station.
Okay.
You want to pick fuel, or you are reversing.
Wait, Commander Paul, I have a different view. I'm going to ask you a very simple question.
So, did you just say that you can remove your seatbelt while you're trying to fill your tank?
Yes, once you're inside the filling station.
Okay.
You remove your seatbelt.
Okay. Why?
Because anything could happen within that environment.
Okay.
All right, so let's open the phone lines. 0808-182-6949.
Some actually have crammed the numbers.
0811-605-2949. The SMS line is 0906-510-8289. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Anthony. Good evening.
Good evening.
How do you do? That should be CJ.
CJ, you're welcome to the program.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for this evening. Thank you. Yeah, good evening, sir.
Same to you.
Very, very interesting and very creative. I love this topic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
I
very
want to
much.
ask a question.
Can you speak up a little?
Yes, I want to ask a question, sir. Can you hear me?
No, we're not hearing you. Can you speak up a little so that we can hear you very well?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me now?
No, I'm not hearing you very clearly.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We can actually tell you what he has said. We can hear him very clearly.
Can you hear him better now?
Can you hear him?
Okay,
I can hear you better.
I can hear. Can you hear me? Okay.
Okay.
So I want to ask, how do you, because there are a lot of driving schools in the town, and when I went to a driving school, nobody, this is you said this evening, nobody taught me anything. When I went there, the man just sent me to said, so how do you monitor these driving schools? Are you making sure they are teaching people the right thing? Because all these things, I don't know them.
That's
It's
good.
just the way you are just, you are telling us now. You haven't right of a thing. Most of them don't teach anything.
Wow.
Okay.
So I want you to make sure that you monitor these driving schools and make sure that these people do the right thing. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very
Commander,
much.
did you hear what he asked?
CJ.
No, I didn't get him.
Okay, he
well.
said
Can you please help
he
me
said
now?
he went to a driving school, to be tutored on how to drive, and that none of them mentioned these rules you've just given to us now about safety on the wheels. And he's asking, what mechanism do you have to monitor what these people are actually doing? These people that call themselves owners of driving schools and that are scattered everywhere in Umuahia and the rest of the state.
Let me appreciate him for the question, but let me make clarification here. You may have as many as driving schools you have, but the question is, are they certified? They are not certified, and once the person is not certified by the FRSC, his driving school, as far as we're concerned, is not qualified to even have people to be trained. So if you must go to attend to any driving school, please go to our website and then Google www.frsc.gov.ng. Okay. When you do that, then you see something will pop up, and then you see the list of driving schools. You click there, then you go to Abia State. Then you see list of certified driving schools in Abia State. And I can assure you, the moment you pass through these certified driving schools, you will get to know some of these things that I have said.
Wow.
But let me make a clarification here. On a personal note, I move around every month to some of these schools. I choose intermittently the schools. I visit them, and I don't tell them when I'm coming. I pay them what I call unscheduled visit, because if the person is lacking anything, if you tell him you are coming, if he doesn't have it, he could borrow from a neighbor and put it. So I pay them what I call unscheduled visit to find out whether what they had at the time we certified them are still there. So we pay them surprise visit to ensure that they still comply with the standard or the procedure that is acceptable for them to train our drivers.
Okay.
And
Wow.
From what we have seen so far, those of them that are certified are doing exactly what the call wants.
All right, so let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Frank, and I'm calling from Abana.
Mr. Frank, you're welcome to the program, The Missing Link.
Frank,
Go
good
ahead.
to hear your voice.
Thank you very much. The FRLC man, good evening to you. Please, I would like to know the incident that happened at Umeka Junction some months back, when one of your staff stabbed the driver to death. How far is that matter, please? Throw more light to it so that the public could know. Thank you.
Well, Frank, just to also, I'm sure Commander is going to answer that question, but I need you to also know that this is not the focus of this program.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that he has listened, and I pray he'll be able to answer you. But it's good for us to keep to the rules of the game.
Yeah, that's correct. Co-Commander Paul, I don't know if you heard that, but I believe that that's something that your unit will be able to take care of away from this program. But thank you very much, Frank, for calling in. Now, I wanted to ask you a question. Sir, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Would you want to respond to what he asked?
What was the question, please?
Okay, he said there was a time, some months ago, it was alleged that one of your officers stabbed a driver around Omweka Junction. What has happened to that case?
Okay.
Well, for instance, even though this is not part of the program, but
yes.
Once it has come up, I wouldn't keep quiet.
Yes.
All right.
The police is handling the matter, and then once a matter is under investigation, I don't think you will have. I have to talk about it. They have not given us the final report.
Okay.
So we're still expecting, but the police have actually they are handling the matter, and then when they are done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
much.
actually attending to that question. Thank you.
You so much.
The calls are coming in.
All right, yeah, let's take this one. Hello. Okay, so keep the calls coming in. 0808-182-6949 0811-605-2949. Now, before we wrap up, sir, I want to find out from you.
Just before you ask him, before you wrap up, I know you're about coming up because the time is actually ticking away.
Yes.
Sir, I have a problem with Obakala Junction.
Okay.
What are you doing about that particular junction? A lot of us drive anyhow because we're in a hurry to, we cross the express highway. I don't know, what are you saying to young people now that the Yuletude is just by the corner?
Thank you very much. I thought when I was thinking that by the time I am done, maybe that want me to wrap up, I would say one or few things about Obakala Junction. Obakala Junction is one of the areas we have issue, and is one of the places we're actually going to man. And then I want to appreciate the other security agencies that are working with us to ensure that there is safety on the road. At Obakala Junction, people drive against traffic, and it's an offense on its own. It's one of the offenses that if you commit in Abuja, you'll be subjected to psychological examination. If you go to Abuja and they will arrest you in Abuja for using phone or driving against traffic or beating traffic lights, will subject you to what we call psychological evaluation. You go to any of the general hospital within Abuja, either general hospital or Gariki, for them to know whether actually you are in the right sense frame of mind for you to drive against traffic. What is stopping you? If you are coming from Abaru to join that road, you move right as if to say you are going to Enugu, just about 100 meters. You make a U-turn and now join the normal road. So invariably already, we are going to station our patrol team there with the assistance of other security agencies. Once we see you coming against traffic, we may not arrest you. We will ask you to go back. But if it persists, we may be under compulsion to do what? To set up a mobile court there. So the moment you drive against traffic and we'll get you there, we'll take you to a mobile court.
All right.
And
Okay.
they likely plead with the magistrate to send you to jail if it is 2 weeks, for you to know that you are driving against traffic is a very serious offense. Before I close, please, it's important. I want to appreciate the state government for what they have done at Osisioma Junction. But I still want to make an appeal to either to the Commissioner of Works or Commissioner for Transport. There is need to have an inlet and outlet at Osisioma Junction, that overhead bridge.
Okay.
If you get to that place, you will see that people are people can enter anywhere and come out anywhere. So there should be an inlet and outlet. If you are coming from Omahia side, where am I going to enter? So there should be something like in and out, so that anybody coming in there will know this is the in and this is the out, so that people don't use it wrongly, because that bridge, the completion of that bridge, have actually eased our work there.
Commander, I'm not going to cut you short, but I think you're going to come back before the Christmas proper, before the end of the year, so we can have enough time to talk more, because we are being warned, we're actually overshooting our time.
Yeah.
And I want to save Victoria's head.
It's okay.
So we're going to come back when we are now on the Christmas actually has set in very, very well.
Okay, because it's very important. I have a very serious question I wanted to ask, but we are way above the time that we are supposed to stay here in the studio. But it's been amazing, Commander Paul Ikechukwu. Thank you so much. Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Abia State Command. You have been fantastic with the answers. On your Wachuku, we have to run out of the studio.
I'm actually on my way, and I want to keep driving safely and to obey the rules. I don't want them to book me. I don't have money.
All right, till we come your way another time. Be sure that part 2 of this will come your way before the end of the year.
Exactly.
I have to run now. No.
I'm running out already.
Leave me alone. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Have a pleasant weekend. Bye,
sir. Thank you so much. This is still Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. Victoria Chi is my name, and this is where we draw the curtain on the program, The Missing Link. Till we come your way another Saturday by 4 p.m. Keep it locked on Flow 94.9 FM.